So a bit of an unusual video today. We're going to go out to the Yakiniku Restaurant. And my wife is driving because when we go to Yakiniku, I have to drink a lot of beer. Nothing better than having some grilled food with beer. This is just by where I live actually. That's the sports stadium. And there's a park where kids practice baseball. It's a pretty nice area. And as usual, my son's playing on his Nintendo 3DS. So here we are, we're now in Korean Town, which is in Shimonoseki City, where I live. Korean Town is certainly not the most, how to say, picturesque part of the city. In fact, it's probably the most scruffiest part of the city. But you know, it's perfectly safe. You may or may not know that yakiniku does actually come from Korea, but it's also extremely popular in Japan. But some of the best yakiniku restaurants are those owned by Koreans. So here we are in the yakiniku restaurant, and the first thing you do is wipe your hands clean with these very hot towels. And here we can see my wife's choosing what to order with her parents. I'll eat pretty much anything, so I don't really care what they order. Do you ever stop playing games? So as you may or may not be able to tell, we're actually in a room on our own. This is typical Korean style yakiniku restaurants, or at least the Korean style we have in Japan. You order your food and the waiter brings it in. But unlike a normal restaurant, the food is not cooked, you have to cook it yourself. Which is good for me because I like my meat, you know, medium to well done. I don't like seeing lots of blood in it, which seems to be the norm in Japan. You can see the little name tags there on the meat. That's actually telling you what type of meat it is, and it's written on bamboo. It's mostly just beef in this case. So yeah, she said she's eating bibimbap and she has put the spicy sauce in there, so it kind of looks a bit weird. Ren, is it good? Yeah, nice meat. Okay, oh, me too. Okay, time to eat. Now that stuff is called hormone. I think, yeah, basically it's intestines. It's bloody disgusting. That's something I will not eat. And yeah, it's the intestines of a cow. Yeah, I wouldn't go near that stuff. Yeah, I didn't like it. The mushy mitai. Yeah, and here you can see my wife eating some Korean soup. Not sure what it's called, maybe it's Tom Young Sun or something like that. I really don't know. That's a long piece of beef there which needs cutting. My father-in-law and mother-in-law are not doing a good job at cutting that meat. And we've all finished. As you can see, we've got no shoes on, so you have to take your shoes off when you go inside this room. And the shoes are just kept outside in the hallway. I've got my I've got really cheap sandals there. Well, it's hot. No idea what those two things are. And there you can see all the rooms with all the people's shoes outside. Now that meal for 4 of us came to 11,600 yen. So please use the internet to see what that is in your own currency. But that was kind of reasonable for yakiniku, not a bad price.